Okay, that's a little gross. That was fun. I like that. Every time I start looking at film clips, I start to want to watch the whole movie. It's funny how it sucks you in like that. Okay, so what I did here was these are a bunch of screen caps from those two clips of different poses, stuff to inspire my gestures that I want to begin designing this character. Before I start taking my first passes, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is open all these in Photoshop. Okay, so what I've done now is I've I've laid out all the images that I took screen captures for, and then and grabbed that reference photos that I had of Michael to start placing them in some context and start to caricature that a little bit and get the essence. So my first gut thing is to start drawing, the face, the actual features and what are the qualities of this guy, just to kind of capture a little bit of that. And this is just like super like 2-second, 5-second drawings. They're not intended to at all look like him. What I'm doing here is I'm basically taking notes, because there's a lot of stuff in here that I could use for my characters later on. And there's some things I'm kind of liking, but I don't want to stick too close to the reference, because if you do that, then it's going to start to feel like really too tight. At a certain point, I do put reference away and then just start working from my designs. But what I want to do is this next part is do it with you guys. I want to show you how. Okay, so I've taken my notes for the face now and little things that kind of caught my eye. But now what I want to do is take actual gestures, like this one, for example, and apply that gesture, because I can always take one of these designs from the notes I've taken and start applying it to my gestures, okay? So let me set up a new document for that to show you guys my process for that. This is usually the way I work. I mean, I lay all my stuff out on my desktop, but sometimes I'll print stuff out too and leave it around my desk. Whatever's easiest, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes I like to just work with just the screen like this, and that's pushing the F key in Photoshop. That's just to get everything else out of the way, and now I'm just focused on the actual design. But, I'm not there yet, so at this point I still want to be super loose. So all I'm looking for now is like poses that I can use for my character, because I can always go back in and use these gestures. And the one thing I noticed is that he's always got his hands in his pocket. So I'm going to pay attention to that, because that's the character we're going for. And I'm not worried about costume yet, because costume will come later when I start applying the actual design to this guy. Right now, this is still just a gestural drawing. And even though I don't see the bottom of his feet, I'm going to go ahead and fill that part in, just because I don't want to leave it out. Okay, make that a little smaller, get it out of the way. Now I'll go on to the next one, and I like this one, how there's a little bit of like that kind of thing to it, like a little look to the side, like he's looking for somebody. So you see what I mean, how loose this stuff can get? And I'll show you how I use this really loose drawings later as I develop the character some more. Okay, I'm done with that one now. That one's there, that one's there. I like this one too, this one's kind of cool. Okay. That's about all I want from that one. I like this one here. This one's pretty cool too. She saw I just move that elbow in a little closer, but it's like that's why I like keeping it rough, because I don't have to worry about changing subtle things like that. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing my gestures as much as I can right now. Let's do one more. Not that one. I like this one, yeah. This one's great. It has a lot of attitude to it. Move some of this to the side. Sorry about that. Just trying to move these guys all over. Make some room for the next gesture. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see again which one I want to do. Sorry. Oh yeah, here it is. And I'm not worried about proportions right now and the actual design of the character. This is more, I'm trying to get the feeling of the character, okay? So it's going to be, in the end, my end result will be way different from what you're seeing now. Okay.